Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Color X Malice. And obviously, as you saw in the last part, I had started recording these two the last two bad endings in Sadaishi's route in the last part, and then I forgot we had the bonus scenario scene to do. So I've kind of split those endings off into this part. So obviously, when I'm recording, I think it's when I get to the second bad ending, I realize I'm like, wait, I have to do this. So you'll hear me interrupt this and say, like, and talk about, like, oh, I'm going to split this into two parts. Obviously, you already know because you saw that part and you're seeing this now. But anyway, just wanted to give you a heads up. So we are going to jump in and do the bad endings and then the bonus scenes. So I'm going to let it go now and I hope you enjoy. So, okay, and we want to go to chapter 3 and we want to select low. Starting with low. Okay. So we're going to get bad ending 2 now. Because these will only take a few minutes. The endings are bad. So, chapter 6, trigger mode is successful, however, affection is low. That's not this one. The next one. If we had low affection with him and we failed trigger mode in chapter 6, we get a totally different bad ending. That's interesting. I'm going to guess we don't get that. It's basically like he either just lets us die or we end up in a coma forever or something like that. So, we're going to do this. Oh. Okay, so this is when he asks us blah, blah, blah. Didn't he say that? Like, right. It was something about, like, what if someone you cared about did something wrong or something like that. Right, and we said I'd want to know why they did it. Yeah, I'd question why they did it. This is like, I would never forgive them. And if we have low romance with him, it doesn't we get a bad ending. Uh-huh. That's why we couldn't do it before. So. The skipping is what takes long. So it's this. You know, I would ask their reasons, and we say we'd never forgive them. The job of the police is to protect the city. And for one of them to turn their back on that duty to help Adonis tear it down is unforgivable. And just as I thought. I hadn't quite heard what Sadaishi had said, but he just blithely continued on. You really are super serious about police stuff. You're like the ideal officer. What's that supposed to mean? I don't want to forgive them for their crimes. But before anything else, I would investigate why and how they came to work for Adonis. I don't want to forgive them for their crimes. Anyway. He's the mole. That's why he's like, you'll never be able to figure it out. I'll do it for you. And he never told us, because he's the mole. So if we had low affection and we had chosen that, this is where the ending, obviously, that we're getting. So, thank God. Well, we were using the guide anyway, but good trust and affection. When we say, like, I'd want to know their reasons. Like, why? This makes me so sad, though, that he was, like, evil. Like, he was bad. Like, oh my God. And almost that bad ending where, like, Zero gave him to me. And it's like, I shot Yanagi today. Okay, you know what? This started out as, like, an okay. Like, it's a bad ending, but we get to be together. Oh, but we just killed our friends. But also our good ending is he's going to jail. I'm not necessarily sure. You know. Oh, Sadaishi. Oh, fucking Sadaishi. I went back to my desk and ate my dinner. In between bites, I sent texts to Sakuragawa and Mukai apologizing for running out on them. They texted back asking what happened afterward in excruciating detail. Hoping to avoid creating another misunderstanding, I kept my answers vague and non-committal. It took longer to skip through. For the rest of the evening, I answered phones, wrote reports, asked patrol officers to check on anonymous tips, and other things. There were prank calls and people looking for a listening ear. The next time I looked up, it was dawn. Do you see now? I can hardly go down the block without being scared out of my mind. Even with guns, only a handful of people are actually know how to use them. People are still dying. Welcome to America. We're terribly sorry for the stress this must be causing you, sir. We've dispatched more patrols. But it is true that we've yet to prevent these crimes from happening. I sincerely apologize. Look, I get that complaining to you isn't going to do much to change the reality of the situation, but in the end, you cops are the one lifeline us normal folks have left to cling to. Get it together, okay? I hung up, looking down at the report on my desk. I've been increasing patrols both day and night thanks to all the citizens' requests, but in the end, it's nothing more than an empty gesture. We have to fix the root of the problem. But it had taken us this much time just to look into the September and October cases. I knew this wouldn't be easy, but we didn't have long until X Day. At this rate, I'll be able to get to the bottom of X Day. Will I be able to get to the bottom of X Day and expose Adonis in time?
How very timid of you! The investigation must have hit a dead end.
Cold dread clawed at my heart when I heard the voice speak out of my collar. I can't afford to react. If anyone hears me. I quickly glanced around, confirming that there was no one else nearby. You tell me not to tell the police about my collar, and now you pipe up when I'm in the station?
I discovered that you seem to be distracting yourself with something other than the XD case. So I thought a warning was in order. Your only concern should be the truth of X Day.
Listen, Monokuma, I know that, but I still have my regular job to do.
Oh, you don't have much time left, you know. Do not allow yourself to be sidetracked by.
Interesting. What is this? I was waiting for you to contact her. So it was you. That voice, Saraishi. That's what I was wondering. Why did I hear his voice through the collar? Did he find out who had put it on me? I had a million questions that I was dying to ask, but nothing but the sound of scuffling came through the collar. I heard no voices speak. So Saraishi has some idea who Zero is. Saraishi, are you there? Saraishi, answer me! There was a gunshot, and all sound from my collar ceased. What's going on? What just happened? Oh, God. Don't tell me Saraishi just got shot. Or did he shoot someone? Given the beginning of the conversation, it did sound like he had an idea who the criminal was. Still, why didn't he tell me? Why did he try to confront them alone? Was it to keep me out of danger? Suddenly, the phone at my elbow rang. I barely kept a yelp on the correct side of my teeth. Slowly, my hand trembling, I picked up. This is amazing. Hello, Special Regions Crime Prevention Office. I heard a gunshot, and I think I heard a body fall. Gunshots. Please stay calm, sir. And take a deep breath and tell me what you saw and heard. I could have just been hearing things, but it really did sound like a gunshot. Now I'm scared. Oh, God. No, it can't be. It can't, right? Where are you right now, sir? Oh, we'll send someone right away. I took down his info, a queasy feeling in my gut. That's Zero calling you, and it's going to be Sadaishi. It got so bad I begged the responding officers to let me come with them to the scene. That's Zero. I'm going to bet you anything that was Zero calling. There he was, slumped against a wall. No words would come. No. He'd always laughed. It was always laughed. Acted like he didn't care. It it can't. I'd never seen him this quiet. This still.
Given there are signs of a struggle, but there's no sign of a weapon, this is likely a homicide.
Sakuragawa's voice sounded like it was coming from somewhere far, far away. Sadaishi. I stepped closer, his name falling from my lips. What are you doing here? Come on, Sadaishi. Get up. I spoke to him, but he didn't move. His eyes stayed closed, so he knows who he knows who Zero is. Well, he had suspicions. Looking down, I saw a familiar black cat phone strap held in his right hand. That, more than anything, told me that yes, this was undoubtedly Sadaishi. I did not think these endings were going to be this long. I told you if anything happened to you, Tears welled up, spilling over in a torrent. Only now that he was gone, did I realize how much he had meant to me. Were you trying to save me? By yourself? Why? A wave of frustration and despair hit me. Hatred for the one who killed him burned me. All this dark feeling swirled inside of me, but no words came out. Only tears. I I think I was But the one I wanted to confess those feelings to was gone. Emptiness consumed me. All I could do was stand there and cry. Fuck! Fuck! So he had some suspicion who Zero really was. Okay, so. so. Low. Yes. Okay. Um, so I'm sure you've realized by now, this is all, the last part and this part are all completely fucked up. Just with me, because I was going to put the bad endings together. I was like, fuck it, we'll just record them all. And then I was like, I realized as I was trying to do this part and skipping through all of this stuff to whatever, that we still have to do not the happy end, you know what I mean? Like the little after scene kind of thing. So yeah, I was like, fuck. So I'm like, all right, well, I will just like make this its own part so we can do all of this. But yeah. Hold on. So I don't need the guide. I have to. Here's the funniest part, right? So anyway, so originally I was skipping through this and I'm like, well, stop and we'll come back so you don't have to sit here for 6 minutes of skipping through this, right? And I come back right when the trigger thing's gonna happen and I failed trigger mode. I was like, fuck, I'm supposed to succeed at trigger mode. So I'm like, I just sat there and skipped through. So you'll see this editing and I'm a mess. I'm a fucking mess. But anyway, so that's what happened. So we wrapped up the last part, obviously, at the end of the good ending, and then we're doing the 2 last bad endings, and then we'll do the gallery and the additional scene. And obviously not the additional scenarios or the whatever that we have, because those I want to do at the very end when we're done with the game. We'll go back through each person's, this way we can put the voice acting on. So we can hear the voice acting for the characters and just see how terribly I did the voices compared to the actual voice acting. But we'll skip through those. We'll do those at the end for everybody. But still, I totally forgot. So I'm doing this. I'm skipping through. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, fuck, this part was going to be last part was going to be really long if I did the bad endings and everything. And I was like, well, God, it's going to be like over an hour and a half. And then I was like, well, that's fine. Fuck, I still got to do that thing. And I'm like, it's going to be like fucking almost 2 hours. So I'm like, well, we might as well cut it. This part will be like 30 minutes maybe. It's going to be short, but it is what it is. But like, holy balls. Now I got to do a ton of editing and hope I don't fail I cannot believe I failed trigger mode. I knew it. I was like, God damn it. And I was going to, like, fuck, I just threw my pencil. I'm trying to, like, I knew at one point I was going to do it. I'm like, one of these times I'm actually going to fucking fail this thing. I'm so mad. I fucking jinxed myself because I'm always so good at it. I'm like, this is going to be the time I fail, guys. And I never do. And I clicked the button and I was like, fuck, I just failed trigger mode. Like, shit. I knew it was going to happen eventually, but so obviously you don't see that because the only problem is it's not like I can go in and like redo it. Like, oh, quick, we'll go back because I didn't save. So I'm like, I got to skip through all of this again. So I'm not going to like leave that and then go back. So I'm like, we'll just start over, starting from here and explain everything that happened. Might as well just watch it all, skip through it all. You have to suffer through it. If I gotta skip through this for the second time, you gotta suffer through it for once. I'll save when we get to trigger mode, just in case I fail again, and then we'll just keep repeating it until it's painful. But yeah, so yeah, that's why obviously the last part I had to cut in an ending and be like, ha ha ha, we're ending this part here. I lied. I haven't done that yet, obviously, because I'm all recording this back. I was recording the parts back to back because I was intending them to be one part. But, and then I'll have to do an intro for this, like, ha ha ha, I lied. Here we are. Also, have fun. But anyway, so shit. Don't look at me like that. Plus, then you get to see the sad CG where he points the gun at his head and it's like, no, don't do that. So now I really, really, really am curious about Color X Malice Unlimited, the fan disc when I need it. I need it so that we can like be with him 10 years after he gets out of prison. I mean, I can't imagine we're gonna be like 80.
It's been 84 years. Who are you again?
And I'm really curious. You know what's weird? It's probably just me, but there is almost something about Zero's jaw that makes me think of Sakuragawa. Doesn't it? But then again, I can also see Saeki. I can see everybody. Everybody. I'm always looking and like, who's got the little squared kind of chin like that? Oh, shit. Okay, I got it this time because I was like, fuck, I didn't save! Because it skips right to it. I'm like, ah, shit! I wasn't prepared for that. I was literally like, I'm too busy looking and trying to figure out. But you know what the thing is? It's somebody. Like, it's got to be someone in the police. Like, look at this, right? Like, they were wearing like the little pin like that. Could it be Saeki? Is it fucking Mochita? Like, who the fuck is it? You know what I mean? Like, it's somebody we know. This is somebody that we've met in the game before. Like, it's gonna be. It's gonna be someone we know. It's not a random dude that's never shown up before. It is somebody. And I keep looking at everybody like, hold on. No, Sayaki's got a pointy chin. Although, maybe not. Although, Mochita does have a square chin like that. I'm literally looking at the character. He does have a square chin like that, dude. I'm not even kidding. All of our boys have pointy chins. Sayaki's is a little square, but not quite that square. We know it's not Sanjo. We know it's not Mukune. Minagishi doesn't. Okay, the chief guy has like way too square of a jaw to be him. Oh my god. You can't tell from Morioka's character profile. Like if his jaw I'm like literally looking at the sketches to be like, whose jaw's that? Oh my god, Mochita, is it really you? Like he's the best wait a minute. Where's Sakuragawa? Nah, she's a pointy chin, it's not her. Okay. I have been doing that ever since I saw Zero. I was like, wait, who's got a chin like that? But this has always thrown me. Nobody tell me. I suspect everybody. I suspect everybody. I'm like, everybody's fucking guilty. They're all in on it. Like, we're going to find out. And Yanagi's are out. We're going to start finding it out tomorrow, guys. Anyway. Go. Okay, we're going to skip through. Okay, so we already shot him. He's got that little pin thing, and that's like everybody in the police force has something like that. So, okay. So we're still here. He's still having this moment. We did low, though. Do we not wake up? I'm just confused. So far, I'm like confused. I did low, right? Shit. Oh, there we go. Wait. So, low affection, bad ending for this. This is what happens? This hurts. I'm Kageyuki Tsuraishi, your lover. Does that name ring a bell? I'm sorry. No, it's okay. I'm happy to know you're awake. I might not have heard your voice anymore. I might not have seen your eyes anymore. I kept thinking about that every day, and I was so afraid. But those days are now in the past, so I'll be fine. After saying that, he smiled gently. He looked so kind, and he's my lover. I felt bashful and looked down. Then he held my hand. We don't need to rush things. Let's just start over from here. I'll always be by your side. Yes, thank you. So please, call my name. He grips my hand tighter, and I hesitated. I tried to remember the name he said earlier and repeated it. Sadaishi? I won't let anyone hurt you anymore. Whatever I have to sacrifice, I'll protect you. I'm still confused by everything, but Sadaishi's words were reassuring. How do we meet? How did we fall in love? I wanted to remember all of that soon, and I'm sure he would be overjoyed at that. Yes, That's what I thought. But I had no memories of anything, much less of him specifically. Said I should have devoted himself to me tirelessly, knowing that I could barely move my body. He was such a perfect person. I couldn't believe he was my boyfriend. Sometimes fragments of my memories seemed to bubble up in my mind. I was so close to remembering, but then something always slipped away at the most crucial moment. There's something I haven't told him yet. Something on your mind. Oh, yes, just a bit. You don't need to force yourself to remember. Even being like this makes me happy. If I can be with you, you don't need to remember me. After reassuring me with those words, he gently caressed my head. That instant, I almost remembered something again. No one will tear us apart here. We can always be together. Seeing Sadaishi so happy, I hesitated to speak. Ever since I woke up, I hadn't left this little room. I had no idea what was going on in the outside world. Seeing how the door isn't locked, I could go outside if I felt like it. But he really wanted the two of us to stay here together. If that was the case, I don't want to destroy our life here. Say, are you happy? I felt like there was something that I should tell him. Yes, I'm happy. I see. I'm also happy. But it makes me happy we share these feelings. This is so sad because I'm like, yay, this isn't a bad ending, but it's going to not be good because she's not going to be in love with him. Whereas if he was like, I'm your doctor, I'll help you walk and get you out of here and you deserve better than this. And he's not selfish, then she like finds her memories and falls in love with him. But like in this path, he's being so, I'm your lover and we're here together and we're happy because he can't let her go. And like, so she's going to be miserable. Oh my God, this is so heartbreaking. This is heartbreaking. Seeing that he's happy, I smiled too. This was my happiness. That's what I believed. Why is it a bad ending? We never remember anything, but we get to be with Tadashi. But we don't remember anything, so I guess that's not that great. I don't know. I still like the tragically terrible ending where we just become this murder monster. We get to keep him as a pet. Like, I don't know what's wrong with my fucked up brain that I'm like, I'm not necessarily opposed to that. Like, except for the, I killed Yanagi today. You killed Enomoto, and then you killed Sasuzuka, and then you killed Oh, except for that part. That was like, that makes it bad. We'll do the short story. Right, the situations we don't do, we're going to do at the end. Because then we can do every single one of them. We'll do with the voice acting. So we'll do... We can't do you. We can do you. Yeah. Did we do Okazaki's? I remember Sasuzuka's. I remember Ona and Emoto's because that's where you got the thing. I don't remember. We had to have... We had to... Yes, we did because that was where we got the last CG where he's like all in bed. Yeah, okay. I was like, I don't remember doing it anyway. I felt a floating sensation. It's comforting, like being wrapped in a blanket. I wanted to stay here forever, to forget it all and sink into the sea of kindness. This was a dream. I wanted to continue dozing off. I wanted to leave reality to stay in this dream. But I couldn't let myself do that. Because I'd made a promise. Oh wait, is that supposed to be... I'm not... Oh, she's not the one. It's usually... But this is the situation of being here. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. I wanted this to be beforehand anyway. I forced my eyes open and saw the plain walls and ceiling. The warmth I felt earlier was gone. Only cold jail bars surrounded me. Oh, is this the after... Because I thought... Yeah, all of them were after the events and like, right? So this is... Oh my God, this is him in jail? Oh! I don't want this! I don't want to read this! This is my reality. But there's no need for me to feel despair. I, Kageyuki Tsuraishi, deserve to be locked up in this box. I don't think I'll be forgiven. I don't want to be. Oh, I don't think I'd be forgiven. I didn't want to be. I would just follow the rules of this world. It wasn't so different from what I'd done until now. There was just someone different overseeing me. Except, there was one rather large difference. Even if I wasn't forgiven, I didn't want to lose hope. I want to see you. I wanted to be someone special. The girl that granted my wish, touched me as Kageyuki Saraishi. I want to return to your side. It was different than just waiting for things to end. I wished for a beginning, and here I was, dreaming about it. Oh, I closed my eyes to doze off again. If I held on to that happy dream, being stuck in this cold cage wasn't so bad. The dream today was a little different. The laughter of children was the background music. Where am I? Did I ever come here? Saraishi! Suddenly, I heard a familiar voice behind me while I looked off upon the hazy scenery. My shoulder twitched. Phew! There you are! I was looking for you. I turned around and saw what I wanted to see most. It was the girl I loved, Spacey Hoshino. And she stood there just how I remembered. Spacey, why the strange look on your face? Come on, we better hurry or it'll get crowded. Paying no heed to my confusion, she took my hand and started walking. Her hand was warm. This is a dream. Yes, this is all a dream. That was how pleasant things for me occurred. The images that I wanted to see proved this was all just part of a dream. I guess I do dream often. Makes me almost sadder because it's kind of like if you ever like everyone has experienced that, like you're in a dream and like it's so great. And you're like, this is like the best thing ever. And then you wake up and you're like, oh, and there's just like a pain in your chest because you're like, oh, it's like, you know what? It's like the same feeling when you wake up from like a bad dream. You're like, it was awful. I'm so glad it wasn't real, but it stays with you. It's like painful because you're like, no, that was sad and I don't like it. Not like a nightmare, like a scary nightmare, but like a painful one. You know, one of those sad ones. And like, but then it's the same thing with happy dreams. You're like, oh, this is so great. Everything's magical. Then you wake up and you're like, fuck, back to the real world. And it's sad because you're like, fuck, I could have stayed in the dream forever. Could I not be in a coma living in the dream forever? Like, it's just, I mean, am I the only one? Like, you just have those dreams where you're like, shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's that saying, like, you know, your life is great or you're in love or you're happy or whatever when you can't wait to, you don't want to fall asleep because, like, dreams are nowhere near as good as your reality. And you're like, no, it's completely the opposite. I want to fucking fall asleep because dreams are way better. And then I wake up and I'm like, shit, I gotta go to work and I don't wanna. I don't want to deal with the real world. I want to go back to living in the candy cane forest. What the fuck? Never had a dream of a candy cane forest, but you know. But then there's those all other painful, sad dreams where you wake up and you're like, "Fuck, why?" And it's not like, and you don't wake up and you're like, "Oh, thank God, it was just a dream." You wake up and you're like, "It was a dream, but it still hurts." The fuck? It was just, it's bad, man. It's just fucking bad. I had one of those the other night. I don't want to talk about it. Like, anyway. But that's like sad because I feel that because like he's happy in this dream and he's gonna wake up and it's gonna be like, oh, it's such a happy, wonderful dream, but it's painful. It's like, oh, I feel for you, man. This is almost worse. It's almost worse. It's just like a slap in the face. Like you can't have that. Like, oh, did you want this? You can't have it. Slaps him. Oh, it's awful. I laughed at myself, but I thought that I may as well enjoy this. I returned her grip and began to stroll alongside her. By the way, where are we? Huh? Saraishi, did you hit your head? You were the one that said you wanted to come here. Oh, I may have said that, but I just wanted to make sure. Where are we? The amusement park. Amusement park. I'd heard of that before. It's a themed park that people visit for entertainment. Huh. I wanted to go to an amusement park. I felt disgusted at myself. They say dreams showed subconscious desires, but I really didn't think that I had any desire to come to a place like this. Are you sure you're okay? Well, you know, This must be me. I can't really say this to Enomoto, but you're quite a romantic. Is that supposed to be me? Huh. No, I think that's supposed to be more like, I can't really say this to Enomoto, but you're quite a romantic. Am I supposed to? I don't know who's saying. Now I don't know. Sometimes it's confusing. I feel like that's him saying that to her, right? Because she's like, "Are you okay?" And then why would she keep continuing anyway? That may be. Huh. You're not going to deny that. Ah, no, okay, well. No, because sometimes you say some pretty childish things too, Sadaishi. I find that adorable. I see. Yes? She smiled while averting her eyes. It felt strangely embarrassing, because I knew this was a dream. Shall we go? Yes, this was a dream. There was no need to think deeply about it. I thought that and smiled at her, and she returned the smile bashfully. That was enough for me to feel happiness. I clicked it. Okay. A roller coaster in a haunted house, water show, and dessert stalls. After we enjoyed all of the park's various attractions, I realized it was already night. It's getting late. Let's go home. While feeling sadness, I turned to her. I had to go back, but this was just a convenient dream. I had to go back into the cold world where she didn't exist. It's not. Oh, it's not time yet. We haven't gotten on the ride that you like best, said Aishi. As she spoke these words. Oh, I guess it was him saying we have to go back. As she spoke these words to me, I must have seemed slightly confused. The ride I like best. The Ferris wheel. I never said anything of the sort. I must have desired that in a fantasy. In a world not surrounded by white walls, I looked out at the colorful world with her. Speaking of which, they say that when you kiss at the top, your wish will come true. Where did you hear that? It was written. Oh, that's supposed to be me. Oh, I think it was supposed to be her. Okay, speaking of which, and they say that when you kiss at the top, your wish will come true. Where did you hear that? It was written in your favorite book. It's a great situation for couples. I wouldn't exactly say that book is accurate. And I wouldn't exactly say it's his favorite book. What the fuck? This is weird. Huh? Was it wrong? It's not wrong, but not all wishes will come true. She looked down embarrassed, then looked back up at me with rosy cheeks. I've also heard that lovers who kiss at the summit will never part. A common myth no different from fortune telling. A fantasy not grounded in any statistical reality. But this was a dream. When I woke up, it would return to nothingness. And yet, and then let's kiss. Huh? I wanted to cling on to anything, even a lie. We better hurry then. The park is closing. I take her by the hand to begin walking toward the ride quickly. Um, Sadaishi, you don't want to kiss me. You're asking when you already know the answer. Uh-huh. Because I like to see you when you're embarrassed. Terrible. Yes, you're terrible. But you already know that because you fell in love with me. You're right. But I don't mind. You're. She's not fair. But this was all a dream. I want to say things I would never say in reality. Don't you think I'm dirty? Dirty? That mirage just blinked and stared back ahead at me. These eyes almost seemed real to me. Oh, I see. I've burned her memory so brightly into my head that it was there for good. You're a criminal. You have hurt many people and caused misery. You can never be forgiven. But she stopped talking and looked like she's about to burst into tears for some reason. But to me, you're special, and I love you more than anyone. Spacey, that's the truth. I knew this dream was too perfect. I already knew that. But still, hearing that made me wonder if this could just, maybe, be real. Because it was very easy to imagine the real her saying something like this. That's why I want to return. No matter what happened, no matter the hardship, I wanted to return none other than to her. I wanted to return to none other than her. That would make more sense, but there were missing words here. Thank you. I summoned up all my feelings and put into the words I was about to say. I felt nothing but love for the girl that quietly let me take her by the hand. Let's get on the Ferris wheel. We kissed and swore to be together forever, even if it was all a mirage. The promise we made at the apex would allow me to overcome anything, until the day I see the real you again. My guilt, my self-loathing, my regret, I felt as if it blew it all, if it blew it all away, because I loved you. It's so fucking sad. It's like the saddest. So like we don't even get to come visit him. Oh my god. This hurts my soul. Ah. Okay. Oh. Oh, this is one of those ones where we can't. Fuck. Okay. The way he's looking at the cat, he's like, the fuck cat. That one only had 2. Oh, wait, is this the one? Wait, hold on. Oh, it's not. Damn it. Which one is? I swear to God, there's a game where you just push the buttons and it like clicks. It actually cycles through. I don't think that. Oh, there was 3 of those. Okay. I don't know. I hate that. Because this says show difference, but there isn't a difference on this one. You know what I mean? God damn it! I'm hitting the wrong buttons! That's adorable. I think there's only 2 of those. Oh, no, there's... Oh, because there's this one. Okay, that doesn't count as different. Little babies. Look at him! So adorable. Oh, that one has 4. Whoops. Hold on. Oh, there we go. The shocked face from that. Okay. I just hate when they have multiples because this one is still like... I love that one. Look at that poor baby. What a... Oh! I love him so much, but I feel so bad. Like, oh. I don't think there's anything else in that one. No. Okay, then we have 2, 4, 2, and then no more. Okay. She's like, what the fuck? I love that. He's like, the actual hell. She's like, God damn you! Oh. He's so sweet. Look at that beautiful little face. I don't know. Oh, her eyes closed. I was like, what's the difference in this one? Ugh. This. Like, it's still one of those, like, it's a kind of terrible, awful, bad ending until you, it was actually, it's like, there's something, like, terribly wrong about it, but it's wonderful until it's like, she's like, I killed Unagi, and you're like, wait, what was the difference in that one? Oh, it's him crying. Oh, that's so sad. Oh. We don't really have any of him just on his own, except for, like, the one where he's, like, fucking crying in the stairwell. And this one. But it's funny, because if you look at it, it's... Oh, because it's a dream. It's, like, not the same, like... Like, oh, but it's still so sad. We're gonna end it on this one. But anyway, so... That was Sadaishi's route, and that fucking after story is so sad! So... We'll do the situations, like I said, at the end of the entire game after we go through Unagi's route, and then we'll go through, we'll do Enomoto's and Sasazuka's and Okazaki's, and, you know, that might be a part in its own. It might be 2 parts. I don't know how long those are going to take, because there's like 5 of them, I think. 4 or 5 for each one? I don't know. Enomoto's had 5, I think, so I'm assuming they all do. I haven't gone into them. But we'll do those at the end with the voice acting on so we can hear it. and just we'll do it after. We'll be like, okay, Yanagi's round's over. Okay, in the next part we'll do that, so you guys forget the voices I gave them. Forget them, and then see those. But anyway, so tomorrow when we come back, it will be Yanagi. Wow, and we're gonna wrap this game up. I don't want to. I don't want to finish because I do love this game and I love our boys, but I'm so curious as to what's going on, and I'm so excited to finally figure it all out and everything like that. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. So, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.